Hello, hope you're having a great day. My name is Rose. I'm back after a while and I have some updates on how my financial situation is right now, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I really appreciate all your comments and you guys watching as I'm progressing in my financial journey. So I really appreciate it. Hope you enjoy today's video. So we're gonna go using these sheets because I think it's just cleaner and easier to follow. So my monthly income right now is 8,300, and it hasn't changed a ton since last time we talked. I'm not including any of my businesses income because I don't think it's significant, and also I'm planning to reuse and reinvest that in my business, so I'm not including that. Medical, dental, optical for two people. I also am paying around 400 to my 401k, with 1,500 taxes, and I don't have any Roth. I have to pay more for my 401k. I hope I can do that sometime soon, but my main goal right now is just paying the debts. And it's my third year, almost third year in my company, and my company has this rule that, or law, that after you've been in the company for 3 years, you can keep all the money, but before that it has different percentages. Like the first year it's 0, so they can take back the money. After the first year it's 33%, then it's 66%, and then finally it's 100%. So I have a few months till I get to that 100%. So I didn't want to go, yoo-hoo, I have to like pay all that money and then get nothing from their contributions. Also I'm thinking when I pay some of my debts this year and till mid-year next year, I want to start this Roth IRA, but for now I just have 401k. So at the end, after all those deductions, I get around 6,000 for the month. I have to say this is monthly, so and I'm paid bi-weekly, so we just have to like divide it by 2 or times 12 for the whole year. Okay, so now let's go to all the expenses that I have. So these expenses are monthly, and these are some things that happen every month and I cannot get rid of them. So my car is 500, not including the insurance. I pay insurance once a year and I'm done with it. But our car payment, I think with insurance, is 700 a month, which is not that great, especially that we got it very early in the pandemic, or pre-pandemic, I believe. Yeah, no, actually we got it in the middle of pandemic, so maybe for pandemic is for the rates right now, it's not that bad, but it's not great either, and it was our first time leasing a car, so I think they took advantage of that. And didn't have I had a very racist encounter actually at the dealership, and I reached out to Ford, and they just didn't care. They just the Ford said like talk to dealership talked to Ford Financial, and no one really got back to us. We have a gym membership. Our mortgage is 1,000, but I think we're just gonna have a new a score analysis that will decrease the amount from the coming month. And what we did was that our insurance was really expensive. We bought it through my employer, which we thought that we're gonna have a tons of discount, but we really didn't. So this year we shopped around, and I think we almost found the price for half of the insurance that we had last year, and that will decrease our mortgage monthly, I think at least $100. So that's great. Amazon Music, water, internet, electricity, gas. We don't drive our car that much because we work from home most of the time. So that's why it's not that huge, even though that we have a very big car that uses tons of gas, unfortunately. And then we have Disney and HBO that we share with, not Disney, but HBO is shared with our friends, and in return we get some other channels, streaming service, which I think it's a good idea. Definitely do that with your friends. Water and internet and electricity, I don't know if it's too expensive or not. I have no idea whether that is good or low for Michigan for November. So that is that. Then we have our yearly expenses, just so you know. Amazon and Costco, like we paid around this time, November, December is the renewal. And then our car insurance payment was in September, and as I said, it's almost not a great amount. And I think maybe we got better amount this year. I don't remember what was last year, but I don't think this is too far from what it was last year. And then upcoming, so just we know what is the our focus in the next month is our credit cards. Me and my partner have 15,000, unfortunately, that we're trying to pay by end of February. And then I have an insurance bill that I have to pay 500. Unfortunately, this year I had a very sudden disease that was a long-term effect of COVID, that I had to go to eye doctor every 2 months. I had to go to ophthalmologist every 2 months, and it was like, after insurance, it was 500 just ophthalmologist. And I had to go to neurologist and some other doctors, but main one was the ophthalmologist that I had to pay 300 to 500 every 2 months, which is not great. And then these are our needs that we almost have every month. I think it's a lot for 2 people, especially the grocery. I heard people like do it less than that, and this is a lower amount. Like, if you came and saw our financials last year for 2 people and a dog, we I think our grocery, because we throw some parties sometimes, or even like, I think maybe we eat a lot, or we eat a lot at restaurants, or like take out those things, it was around 1,500 at least. But now this is lower, but I think we can come lower. I think we're eating too much. We have to like really be more reserved with our intakes, especially for our health. So, oh, sorry, this was the gas, like the stove gas. Where's the amounts? Yeah, this is car gas. Sorry, because I don't take our car to the gas station. I have no idea like how much we pay, so it's 120. Sorry. and some other things 400, which I say is still very high. So at the end, it means that our recurring is 1800, our needs are 1300, and fun 200, which I think maybe we don't want to touch these, fun and recurring, but definitely I think the need one can come much lower. It can come to 900 at least, which can help us a ton. So it means that our income is 6,000, as we talked about in the previous tab. Our expenses are around 3,400, and then at the end we are left with 2,600, which we can see what we want to do with it. So next, I think based on that, we can go to our net worth. Okay, talking about this, these are the amount of money that we have in our bank accounts. We have 34,000 in our saving, which we want to increase as much as possible. I don't want to touch the saving that much, even though that we have a lot of debt that it can pay it off, at least the credit cards or some of the student loan. I still don't want to touch it because now the job market is really bad. I don't want them to lay me off, and all of a sudden we don't have any money and we have lots of debts still, because we cannot pay off our mortgage and student loan and credit cards, all of them at the same time with just 34,000. I always want to keep at least 6 months of worth of the income that we usually have in the savings, so if something happens we can be good for 6 months at least, with the same income that we are having and with the same spending style, which is not ideal, which is 6,000 a month. We have around 6 months. In my checking, I have 3,400. His checking, it's 4,000, and we have also 4,000 in our checking, but I don't count that. I have around 10,000 in my 401k. Please know that I only started working a little more than a couple of years in a corporate kind of a style work, so that I think that's not that bad. Don't think that I'm working for 10 years and it should have been more. Our house, after if we sell let's say we sell our house and we pay that mortgage that we have around 30,000, because our house is worth around 150,000. I have around 1,300 in Dogecoin stocks, but I don't really count that. It's just to visually see what is my net worth and just how that changes over the month. So I can say our assets is 87,000, and our debts, we had 120,000 mortgage, 2,500 car payment, which ends around March. We have a Bank of America credit card, 86,000, 8,400 credit card, and then 61,000 student loan, which makes that 200,000 debt. Our plan is to pay off these credit cards by end of February, and then we move to a student loan and car. So our net worth is 130,000 negative. So we can look at how this is going on right now. It's 113,000, and we can also, I think, check what is our situation. We can go to here. I think we should be able to see there should be a chart here, but I don't know why it's not loading. It just it doesn't matter for this month because it's just a dot, but I want to, show you from next month to see how it fluctuates. I think it's visually better to see how you're doing. And then I want to take a look at the goals that I have. Where is it? Yes. Okay, goals that I have for this month, and it will be the same for the next few months, is paying off that credit card. As you can see, I don't know why the charts are not coming up, but I have a very great chart in here that you can see my progress. But anyway, my credit card was actually 11,000 when I started paying it off, and I already paid 3,000, which makes it around 8,000. My partner had 8,400. He paid 500, so he's less than that. And the card list was 18,000, and we paid around 15,000 so far. And for the next car that we're leasing or we're financing or we're buying, whatever, I think we at least need 3,000 for a down payment, which that is my goal to achieve. And now let's go to the dashboard that it's the summarized of everything that we have. I get around 6,000 a month. Our expenses is around 3,400, and we are left with 2,600, which we can pay our credit cards, save money for the car payment, but the first priority is the paying off the credit cards. Our asset, and whatever that is left, we just have to use our saving, because the rate is so high. I don't want to pay any interest on those credit cards when we have money in the saving. But definitely my goal is to use as little as possible from the saving. Assets, as we saw, 87,000, and liability 200, which make it us in debt at least for the net worth is 113 negative. I hope that you enjoyed today's walkthrough. I think it's much easier to look at everything, and we can see everything from next month. It will be just easier to follow and see. Let me know if you have any questions, if you have any comment, if you have any tips. I definitely appreciate it, especially if you have any tips for buying a car. We're not sure if we should lease, if we should buy, if we should finance what we already have or not. We have a truck, and we need to have a truck for our business, so that's make it a little difficult. And we only have one car, the two of us, just because I work hybrid or remote mostly. He's working remote. We just have to do some trips for the business that we have. So let me know what you're thinking, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.